And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Second night of streaming in a row after a great opening night last night with Washington and St. Louis. We've got a Central Division matchup tonight. Minnesota Wild versus Nashville Predators. Really should be a fun game to watch. Two very strong defensive teams, division rivals. This should be a fun one. So, we're ready to go here tonight. Hey, what's going on, Panther? What's going on, Aaron? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. First game of the season for both of these teams. Obviously, there were 4 games last night, but most teams are starting their seasons tonight. And this should be a fun matchup. Minnesota missed the playoffs last year. Going to be looking to rebound this season and have a much better year. I did not pick them to do that. I think Minnesota is going to finish last in the division again. But the Central Division is a very, very difficult division, a very, very good division. So, it's one of those that you look at and you go, any team could really come out and play well on any given night. And then Nashville, obviously one of the best teams in the league, added Matt Duchene this offseason to be their second-line center. Very, very disappointing first-round exit from the playoffs last year for the Predators. I think they're going to come back with a chip on their shoulder this year and show everyone that they are not a first-round exit type team, that they're a true Stanley Cup contender, and they absolutely have the roster to do that. One of the best defense cores in the entire NHL. Overall, really good top, forward group as well. And Pekka Rinne still in goal at 37 years old. Solid backup with UC Saros. So the Nashville's one of those teams where the package is all there. The talent is there. The roster is there. Everything looks good with them. It's just about going out on the ice and executing. So this should be a fun game tonight. Division rivals. I want to, it's going to be fun to see if it gets heated early, if these two teams are kind of go at each other, or if it, takes a little bit to get going. We saw last night, there wasn't a whole lot of physicality in the game last night. I think with this being a division matchup, there we might see a little bit more of that early on in this game. But again, it might take a little bit to get going, just because it's the start of the season and everyone's just getting back into the swing of things. Panthers are down 1-0. Yes. Hey, Vaughn, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Panthers are down 1-0 to Tampa Bay. Rangers and Winnipeg are tied 1-1. No, Nashville is going to be absolutely one of the best teams in the league this year. Their lineup is stacked from top to bottom. They're not doing nothing. They're going to be. I think they are going to definitely win the Central Division, and they're stacked. That lineup is absolutely stacked. Hey, Ben, what's going on, man? Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hey, Jack, thanks for tuning in. Good to see all the familiar faces in the chat here again tonight for another great stream. Hopefully this is a fun game to watch. No, I'm not sick. I just had something caught in my throat there, but I'm definitely not sick. I hope I'm not getting sick. That would really put a damper on things. No, Vaughn, it's funny you said that. The Lightning did not raise their President's Trophy banner or their division championship banner. They quietly put them up before the season before the season started, so they didn't do a ceremony or anything. Rightfully so, as they shouldn't, because they did absolutely nothing in the playoffs. So no big ceremonies for the Lightning. Well, I think Nashville's better built for the postseason than Tampa Bay is, but last year was not a good opening round for the Predators. So they're going to look to bounce back from that this year. And I mean, this is a team that frequently is deep into the playoffs and should, I think, will be again this season. Hey, what's going on, Rob? Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. So they're doing player introductions for the Predators now. And then they'll do the national anthems and the puck will drop. So it might be another 10 minutes or so before we actually get puck drop here. So some scores from around the league. Lightning are up 1-0 on the Panthers. They are starting the second period there. Jets and Rangers are tied 1-1 during the first intermission. Sabres are up 1-0 on the Penguins, so that I did not see that coming. Pittsburgh's losing to Buffalo. And the Hurricanes are up 1-0 on Montreal. Both of those games are in the first intermission as well. So, yes, it's Thursday night. We've got Thursday night football this week going on as well. And Rob is rooting for the Sabres and the Seahawks tonight. So he's got a hockey pick and a football pick in. Yeah, Rams and Seahawks football game on tonight should be a really good matchup. I think generally that these Thursday night games tend to suck and are not very good. But Rams Seahawks is a quality matchup for Thursday night, so we'll see how that game goes. Kickoff for that will be in about 10 to 15 minutes or so. See a lot of people rooting for the Seahawks over the Rams in that. So we've got hockey tonight. We've got football tonight. As the phone, I don't care about the phone ringing. Nashville is doing this pretty big video thing before the start of this season about their players. That's interesting. Back-to-back Central Division champions. So this pregame ceremony might take a little while. Yeah, well, Sal's got a football channel, so I would assume that he's probably streaming. The football game tonight. I don't watch MLB at all, but yes, MLB's got stuff going on tonight as well. I have postseason baseball for the MLB. Nashville's doing a banner ceremony for their Central Division championship last year. This is kind of ridiculous. You won the Central Division and then you lost in the first round of the playoffs. Why are you doing a banner ceremony for losing in the first round of the playoffs? This is idiotic. The players aren't even tapping their sticks or anything. Like, they could not care less. They don't give a shit. They could not care less about winning the division. Unless you win the Stanley Cup, you should not be doing banner ceremonies. They should have done what Tampa Bay did, which is just put the banner up there like when no one's in the building, when nothing's going on, and just leave it there. You don't do a banner ceremony if you don't win the Stanley Cup. Ooh, what should Seattle name their team? I don't know. I don't. Nothing like has completely stood out to me for a great team name for Seattle. Um, no, we've talked about that a lot on this channel last year. I don't know what Seattle is going to go with for a team name, and quite honestly, I can't think of I can't come up with anything better than what they're going to come up with. So I don't know what they're going to do or what they should do. I mean, I feel like Kraken is near the top of the list, but that's not like that. Nothing that I've heard has stood out like, oh, that is definitely the team name. Like when Vegas was looking for a team name, I knew Knights had to be in it in some way of just because of the the double meaning of like knights, like medieval knights, but also Vegas knights, like a night in Vegas. So you knew that knights had to be in it. I didn't know if they would just be the Vegas Knights or if they'd be the Vegas Black Knights or the Golden Knights. They ended up being the Golden Knights. But when Vegas was looking for a team name, you kind of knew what direction they were going to go in. With Seattle now looking for a team name, I really don't know. I have no idea what they're going to do. And I don't, there's a lot of options there. The Seattle Fishermen, that doesn't really have a good ring to it, though. Seattle Icebergs, I mean, that's not going to happen. Seattle Wizard, it's not going to be Seattle HC. They need an actual team name. It's not just going to be HC. The definite Lumberjacks would be really, really funny, but it's not going to be. Seattle Charge, that sounds like a WNBA name though to me. Like that doesn't fit the NHL in my mind. Like if I hear the Seattle Charge, literally the first thing I would think of is the WNBA. Rob with the Seattle Needles, that would be hilarious. Very much not going to happen and not appropriate, but that would be absolutely hilarious. Seattle Spacers, Seattle Dickheads, that's funny. Honestly, since the Seattle Supersonics don't exist in the NBA anymore, they should just take that. Seattle Sound, I feel like isn't the MLS team like the Sounders or the Sound or something like that? I don't think they're going to do Sound or Sounders. I think that's already taken. Seattle Rockers, yeah, Seattle Grunge. I don't think it's going to be anything grunge based. Maybe if they got a team in the '90s, maybe they would have went with like a grunge type thing. But I don't think they would do that now. Yeah, Ben, the Seattle Charge. That sounds like a WNBA team. Seattle Rain. I feel like that's taken too. That would definitely work though. Seattle Rain that could definitely work. I feel like that might be taken in another sports league, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it. That the Ontario Reign is in the AHL. That's right. And definitely not going to be the Seattle Nirvana. Seattle Potheads, that would be pretty funny as well. Yeah, no, I do like the double meaning with the rain because you have the rain and then you have like actual rain and it rains a lot in Seattle. So that I do like that. That would work, but the rain is taken by the Ontario AHL team. Seattle Stormers, Seattle Storm. Seattle Storm's definitely already taken, I think. Seattle Thunder. Yeah, I don't know. They've got options. It's going to be interesting to see what they end up going with. They've definitely got options, though. So the puck is about to drop as they've gotten through the anthem now. Before we get to Puck drop in the start of the game. Please, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Follow along for all my hockey content this season. And if you're enjoying this stream, please give it a thumbs up and hit that like button. That greatly helps the channel a lot and gets more people in the stream. So Pekka Rinne in goal for the Nashville Predators. Devin Dubnyk in goal for the Minnesota Wild. We're just about ready to drop the puck here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. And night 2 of streaming, night 2 of the NHL. Let's see how this goes as Nashville collects the puck behind their own net off the opening faceoff and looks to break out of the offensive zone. The defensive zone into the offensive zone as they dump it in, and now we'll go get in on the forecheck. Hey, Danny, what's going on, man? Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We got night 2 of hockey going tonight. Danny, I know I talked to you last night. I didn't know how to do this not being in the chat, but Danny is now a mod for this channel. So I'm going to make him that now. So Danny, welcome to the moderator status on the channel, and I just added you to that, so that's great. Hey, Sal, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Yep, I know that you got Thursday Night Football tonight. Good luck with that. I hope you have a great stream, my man. And thanks for tuning in and watching this. Remember to hit that like button and just drop the like. Thanks for coming in. And great stream tonight. We've got, man, it's a great time for sports around the sports world. You've got NHL starting. You've got football in full blast. You've got playoff baseball. It's a great time in the sports world right now as Nashville trying to get the puck out of their own end here. They do. Dante Fabro with a centering pass gets dumped in the zone, and Nashville goes for a change. Yes, Jack, that was very not a fun time for me, for sure, back in 2013 when the Blackhawks beat the Bruins in the finals. There we go, Rob. So 2 minutes in, no real scoring chances either way so far yet. Minnesota getting the puck out in their own zone here, trying to break it out, which they do. And Nashville now gains possession in their own end. And that puck ends up going in on Devin Dubnyk, who quickly covers it. And Nashville will now have an offensive zone faceoff with about 2.5 minutes into this period. Oh, yeah, you know it. Ryan Donato is on the Minnesota Wild. He is playing tonight on their third line. And yeah, those of you that have been watching this channel long enough know that I am very much not a fan of Ryan Donato, as Devin Dubnyk makes a nice glove save there on a shot from the point. I cannot stand Ryan Donato. I thought he was trash for Boston. He's a lazy player. He's not involved physically or defensively at all. All he does is try and shoot the puck. So yeah, I hope Donato has no points and is like -3 tonight. Will the NHL continue to expand after Seattle? That's a good question. I don't think so, at least not soon. I think 32 teams is enough. No other sports league has. NFL has 32. All the other, no one else has that many. I don't think the NHL really wants to go above 32, at least for the time being. That's a lot of teams. I think relocation for certain teams could potentially be an option. Oh, huge hit along in the neutral zone. There's Rocco Grimaldi, just got absolutely destroyed by one of the Minnesota players there. Wow, what a hit. Oh, as Ryan Hartman just absolutely leveled Rocco Grimaldi along the wall there. That's the kind of hockey I want to see. And between two division rivals, What a great hit early in the first 5 minutes of this game for Hartman against a team that he played for too. He was a Nashville Predator for a pretty short amount of time, not very long, but he did play for the Predators. Now here comes Nashville into the zone. What a save by Dubnyk. Dubnyk came up with a huge save on a grade A chance for the Nashville in the slot, but there's a penalty call coming against Minnesota. I think it's going to be for a hook. Matt Zuccarello is going to the box for the Wild. It's going to be, I think, a hook right there. But what a save from Dubnyk. That could have been an easy tap-in goal. And Dubnyk comes up huge on, I think it was Philip Forsberg. Just couldn't get the puck over the pad. Wow. No, I'm not going to point my middle finger at Ryan Donato, but I cannot stand Ryan Donato. So Nashville now on the power play. That shot goes wide. Nashville had the worst power play in the NHL last year. Dead last in the league. Hopefully, they've tried to fix that by adding Matt Duchene and giving them, another quality center that can play power play minutes. So we'll see what Nashville's power play looks like tonight and over the course of this season. It should be much improved over last season, where they only scored on 12.9% of their power plays, which is very, very bad. So Nashville now brings it back into the zone after a Minnesota clear, set up in the offensive zone. Ryan Johansson playing the half wall. Behind the net now, I think that's Arvidsson with the puck. Yossi did not get through to Yossi, and Minnesota is able to clear and stay on side as Marcus Foligno dumps it in for the Minnesota Wild. Down to 50 seconds left now in the power play for the Predators. They've had a little bit of puck possession, but not a whole lot, not really any chances so far on this power play. Is Seattle? I think Seattle is. Is it? No. Is it next year? I don't remember off the top of my head if Seattle is next year or if Seattle's the year after. I think it's 2021. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2021, but I'm not 100% on that. As now Nashville brings it into the zone with possession. Final 10 seconds of the power play here. Shot from the point goes wide on the deflection. Zuccarello's out of the box, back to full strength. Minnesota kills it off. So the first power play of the season for the Predators, they do not score, but they do have the puck in the offensive zone still, and have maintained possession. And now there's going to be another penalty, as I think it's Nick Seeler from Minnesota is going to the box, I believe, for holding. So another back-to-back power plays here for the Nashville Predators, as Seeler is now going to the box. And yeah, he definitely grabbed on right there. That 100% is holding. Yeah, Danny, I think Seattle is going to be a decent hockey market. We've seen what Vegas has become, and I think that Seattle is going to be a good place for hockey as well. And it's going to be fun to watch them and fun to see what that team looks like. Who's worse, Matt Cook or Sean Avery? Well, I hate them both, Jack, but Matt Cook is definitely worse. All right, Panthers still holding decently strong against the Lightning. Sean Avery I don't like either Sean Avery or Matt Cook, but Matt Cook is definitely worse. Hey, Vegas coverage. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it. Thanks. Glad to have you in the chat. Big win for the Golden Knights last night over their bitter rivals, the San Jose Sharks, a 4-1 win for Vegas, and Vegas overall played a very good game all night long. So good to see them get off to a start. They are my pick to win the Pacific Division, and just like that, they play again tomorrow night, Friday night, a rematch, this time in San Jose between the Sharks and the Golden Knights. That's going to be a heck of a game as well. So hopefully that's a good one. And I'm sure that Vegas coverage is very, very happy to start the season with back-to-back games against the Sharks. What a way to begin the year. Will Seattle have a great expansion draft like Vegas did? Well, with the way, I assume that they're going to get basically the same rules that Vegas did as far as expansion draft is like who's protected and who's not. So they're definitely going to have the opportunity to. They definitely can still make trades like the way that Vegas did, where Vegas ended up getting tons of draft picks out of the deal because of trades they made. And that puck goes in for Nashville, and they're saying no goal, played with a high stick. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. He definitely batted that puck out of the air, but I don't know if it was above crossbar height. Oh, it definitely was. Never mind. Definitely was. That was up in the air for sure. I don't think you're going to be able to overturn that. That looks above the crossbar now to me at the second glance. Yeah, I don't think that's going to count as a goal. They called it no goal on the ice. I thought that it wasn't too high, but looking at that replay again, I don't think that's a goal. Yeah, that looks above the crossbar in my mind when his stick makes contact with that. I mean, incredible by Granlund there to knock that out of the air like that. But I do think that puck's above the crossbar, so I don't think that's going to count as a goal. Yes, Matt Cook ruined Mark Savard's career. Vaughn's mad that I was talking about last night's game. San Jose was not good last night. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how the expansion draft goes for Seattle. Vegas ended up with an extremely, extremely good team out of that draft because of a lot of different circumstances. With other teams as well, like they were gifted Marc-Andre Fleury because Matt Murray had just won back-to-back championships and was significantly younger than Fleury. So, and Pittsburgh was only able to protect one of them. So obviously they protected the younger player in Matt Murray. So, I mean, Vegas was gifted Marc-Andre Fleury as an elite goaltender right out of the gate. I don't know if Seattle's necessarily going to get a Marc-Andre Fleury level goaltender in their first year out of the expansion draft. Looking around the league, how many teams have a 1-2 punch at goaltender like that, like Pittsburgh did back in 2016, and that's just goaltending is such a huge thing. Vegas, a lot of Vegas's success has been because they have an elite goaltender and have had an elite goaltender from the start. I don't think it's going to be that easy for Seattle, to be honest with you. So after review, the call on the ice stays no goal. So that is not a Predators goal, as that puck was played with a high stick. Let's see. Ben is betting that Chicago beats the Flyers tomorrow. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if they do that as the time goes back on the power play goes back up, because that would have been a power play goal for the Nashville, but because of the high stick, it doesn't count. Meaning there's still 57 seconds left on the power play for the Preds, their second power play of the game. Yeah, for sure. William Karlsson, I mean, was a fourth liner with Columbus. And then he goes to Vegas and explodes into a star player. That's another thing that greatly helped out Vegas as well. And a lot of things went right for Vegas. I don't know necessarily that many things are going to fall into place perfectly for Seattle the way that it did for Vegas. So I definitely don't expect Seattle to uh, come out and go to the Stanley Cup final in their first season. I just think that's an extremely rare thing to happen. And I think it's much more likely that Seattle looks more like an expansion team than Vegas ever did. Ben's got a William Karlsson jersey. That's really cool, Ben. That's awesome. We're down to the final 10 seconds of this power play now. And puck in front of the net, everyone diving around the crease. And Dubnyk is able to cover it with 12:08 left in the first period. And the power play is over. So Minnesota has killed off both of their early penalties so far in this game. I'm not sure, Vaughn, when the next stream is going to be after this. I'll have to look at the schedule and I'll do a video announcing that either later this week or early next week. But I'm honestly not sure when the next stream is going to be after this. That's why I wanted to do a stream last night and tonight, because now I've done two already and I'm not quite sure when the next one's going to be. Hopefully sometime next week, but it's going to depend on the schedule and my availability. Vaughn is not available on Saturdays. Well, it depends on the Saturday for me, but there are a lot of Saturdays where I'm not available either, Vaughn. I think it's gonna depend on availability and schedule. I'm gonna obviously do a number of these NBC SN games and NBC games because that's something that a lot of people can watch. I'm also going to do some Bruins games in there that maybe aren't nationally televised Bruins games, but it's gonna depend. We'll take it week by week with the streaming, guys. There's no real set schedule, and my schedule changes a lot. So I'm just gonna do it when I can. Yeah, well, Ben, I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I have a great time doing these streams as well. I love talking to you guys. Love talking hockey. Love watching hockey. And yeah, when things aren't going great, or when you have a tough day, it's always great to have hockey and have people to talk to and stuff. And this channel's been really, really awesome, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy it as well. Yeah, the Blackhawks game is in Europe. It's part of the Global Series. I think they're in the Czech Republic, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be interesting. Last year it was Winnipeg and Florida in the Global Series. I remember watching that game last year. So Minnesota now, after spending most of this first period own end, at least the first half of this first period in their own end, with a little bit of puck possession, but now Nashville's able to clear. And the Predators have dominated puck possession so far in this game, obviously with the help of two power plays as well. So Minnesota's going to try and get something going offensively, and they get a shot on goal. Rinne with an easy glove save there. Yeah, I definitely won't be streaming tomorrow. It's likely going to be a game next week. I'm just not sure when. Hey, what's going on, Thick Boy? Not a problem, man. There's no such thing as being too late to the stream. You just hop in whenever you can. If it's for a couple minutes, that's fine. If it's for the whole thing, that's great too. But I'm just glad you're able to join us, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, San Jose and Nashville play next Tuesday. Tuesdays are usually tough for me because of the band practice, but That's a possibility depending on the times for everything. It is 0-0, but Nashville is outshooting Minnesota 10-1. No, I'm not in a band. I'm a staff member with my old high school marching band. I'm one of the drumline instructors with my old band. So I don't play anything. I'm a coach, I guess, officially. Yeah, Flyers Devils Wednesday night. I might do that game. That should be a really fun one. Division rivalry, two teams that missed the playoffs last year that are going to be looking to make it this year. I think that could be a really fun game. Ben used to play saxophone but quit. Well, I mean, if you didn't like it, then that's not for you. As I think Minnesota is going to get a power play here. This looks like a pretty soft, really soft slashing call against Roman Josi. But obviously, Nashville got the first two power plays. The rest we're going to look to even that up. And Minnesota with a chance on the man advantage now. Which team would I be rooting for in the Philly versus Jersey game? In that game, I wouldn't be rooting for either side. I've got no strong feelings towards either of those teams. So I would not have a rooting interest there. Oh, really, Ben? You've never been on any of my Flyers streams? I feel like I haven't streamed the Flyers all that often. Maybe only a couple of times or two. But I feel like I really haven't done that many streams of Philadelphia games. So, yeah, if I do that game next week, that will definitely be a Flyers stream. As we're now down to the final minute of the power play for Minnesota, which they really haven't done anything with so far. And we're under 10 minutes left here in the first period. Minnesota, Dumba with a shot from the point. Big save by Pecorine. And the Preds clear it all the way down. Wow. So Buffalo, Connor Sherry has both goals for the Sabres, and Buffalo is beating Pittsburgh 2-1. I would not have guessed that. That's for sure. Vaughn's favorite stream was a Flyers stream on this channel. You'll have to refresh my memory, Vaughn. Which game? Because I've done a lot of streams over the last few years, so it's hard to remember individual ones. So you'll have to refresh my memory. As Minnesota or Nashville clears it all the way down, and that's going to do it. That's going to do it for the power play for Minnesota. So 2 power plays for Nashville, no goals. 1 power play for Minnesota, no goals. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey with 8.5 minutes left in the first period here. Oh, Vaughn's first stream was a Flyers stream. Honestly, I'd have to go back and scroll through all my past live streams to see just how many Flyers games I've done. I don't think it's really that many. And yeah, Connor Sherry, Danny, is a very solid player. Obviously was a good player for Pittsburgh when he was there, and then has been traded to Buffalo last year. And he's got a 2-goal game on opening night for the Sabres. Yes, thick boy. Pecorine and Devin Dubnyk are your starting goaltenders tonight. Yep, Vaughn's favorite stream was Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. Oh, boy. Yeah, last year, that was not a good day for me, to say the least. Yep, Bruins and Stars game was starting at 8:30, which means like 8:40 puck drop. I'm actually not watching that game tonight. I'm obviously watching this one that I'm streaming during. But I'll definitely be checking the scores from around the league at intermission and during commercials and stuff. Hey, THG, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Devin Dubnyk wasn't good at first when he first got drafted. He got drafted by Edmonton, actually, and wasn't good there. He was kind of okay for a while, but then since coming to Minnesota, he got really, really good once he went to the Minnesota Wild. And that's an easy cover there for Rinne. No, absolutely not, Robbles, man. If Binnington never came in last season, the Blues would not have made the playoffs. Absolutely not. Yeah, I was definitely not happy during Game 7 last year. Hey, thanks, THG. It's nice to see you here. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Remember, guys, we're at commercial break now. I just want to remind you, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button if you're not yet a subscriber. And please, all of you watching, all of you in the chat, give this a thumbs up. Let's get to 10 likes before the end of the first period. That's my goal for this stream. 10 likes on the video before the end of the first period. We're at 6 right now. So please, if you haven't already, hit that like button, give it a thumbs up. Yeah, kind of thick boy, a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, wow, Ilya Brizgalov. That talk about somebody who had some very, very good seasons and then some very, very bad seasons. He was inconsistent for sure. He had some great seasons in Arizona. There were some years, even in Philly, when he was good for the Flyers, but then there were other times where he was absolutely horrible. And I mean, Brizgalov in general was kind of a nut to begin with. He was a wacky dude, but very, very inconsistent goaltender. Who's the worst player? I don't know. Who's the worst player in the NHL? That's a pretty tough one because guys move up and down between the AHL and NHL all the time. What, Vaughn? If you were a South Korea women's coach of a sport team? No, come on, Vaughn. Come on, Vaughn. Come on. We don't need that in the chat, man. That's not appropriate to be talking about. Yeah, Ilya Kovalchuk is not going to get a Stanley Cup. No chance. Unless he somehow gets out of LA, he is not going anywhere near a Stanley Cup. Oh, damn. Really, Jack? That's nuts. Yeah, honestly, Jack Johnson is pretty bad as far as NHL players are concerned. That's for sure. Oh, Brody and Josh have joined the chat. Fantastic. Eric Goodbranson, Ben, is not the worst player in the NHL. I actually like Goodbranson a lot as a bottom pair defenseman. He's a good, tough guy. He's a solid player, good defensive defenseman. No, Vaughn, that definitely would not make you a great coach. So Dubnyk with an easy cover there, and we go right back to commercial with 5:10 remaining in the first period here. So Minnesota and Nashville still 0-0. Strong defensive game so far, as you would expect with these two teams. They're both very solid defensive teams. So while we're on commercial, I definitely will check some scores from around the league as the NHL app takes forever to load. Wow, Boston is already up 1-0 on Dallas. They're a minute into that game, and Boston's up already. The Lightning are up 2-1 on the Panthers. Rangers and Winnipeg are tied 3-3. Sabres are up 2-1 on Pittsburgh. Canadians are up on the Hurricanes 3-2. This game's tied at 0. Flames and Avalanche start in about 15 minutes. and Coyotes and Ducks play at 10 tonight. So pretty pretty full slate. Decent number of games tonight. What, 3, 6, 7, 7 or 8 games tonight across the league. So pretty good. Yeah, Vaughn likes Korean girls, I guess, but he's definitely going to get himself thrown in jail with the way he's talking. No, I don't think you will, Vaughn. Let's see what's going on in other sports. Obviously, Thursday night football started now. Rams and Seahawks. That's a pretty good game. Rams are up 3-0 on Seattle in the first quarter of that game. How's the baseball going? Nationals and Dodgers are playing, and it's 0-0 in the first inning. Okay. So busy sports night around the sports world. Yes, the Blues did lose last night in overtime. Oh, yes, Seth, I can see you in the chat. Highlighter jerseys tonight for the Seahawks. Jack's got to go. He'll be back. All right, Jack. See you later, man. Thanks for watching. I love you too, Seth. So we're down under 5 minutes left in the first period here. Nashville and Minnesota. Scoreless still. No, listen, thick boy, Ilya Kovalchuk is not very good anymore. He only had like what, 16 or 17 goals last year. He's not very good anymore. He's also like in his late 30s now. I don't think he's going to do much for your fantasy team other than maybe be a depth player. Not anymore. He isn't. Prime Ilya Kovalchuk was incredible, but he's an old man now. That's gonna be a no, Josh. That is a no. I think the Blues make the playoffs this year. I don't think they win the Stanley Cup again. Going back to back is nearly, very hard, nearly impossible. I don't think the Blues. I don't think the Blues make it to the finals again or win the cup again. But I do think that they make the playoffs. Yeah, no, I think Josh, the live stream that you and Brody are looking for is Pornhub Live. That's a different website. Um, so yeah, if you love, yeah, you should go to Pornhub Live and see what there. You might see some skin there. So 3 minutes now about left in the first period here. Not a lot of offensive action either way. Pretty tight defensive game so far. Yeah, THG, congratulations, man. Yeah, that's a big day for you for sure. Yankees and Islanders playing tomorrow. No, my channel is not on Pornhub. But I think what you guys are looking for will be Brody and Josh and Seth. Wow, Brett Ritchie scores the goal for Boston. That's nuts. I thought he'd be a healthy scratch, honestly. I didn't even know he was going to be playing. And now we've got a pretty good scrum going after the whistle as Roman Yossi and Matt Zuccarello are going at it. Eric Stahl in there as well for the Minnesota. Yes, please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't yet, please hit the thumbs up and hit that like button. That really helps out a lot. We're trying to get to 10 likes before the end of the first period. 2:20 left. We're almost there. Hey, Peter, what's going on, man? Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Wait, what? This kid always cries in your high school? Who cries still in high school, like in front of people? Like what? Like that's wild to me that you go to school with you're in high school and you go to school with a kid that like cries all the time. That's that's wild. Oh, good shot there from Jonas Brodin, but it goes high over the net. Okay, that is very fair, Josh. That is very fair. Wow, Heinen with a goal now. So I'm not a big Danton Heinen guy, but he just picks up a power play goal for Boston, and looks like Boston's handling the Stars pretty easy early on in that game. Um, well, yeah, Ben, that's definitely that's a different story. If you get nailed in the balls, then you absolutely have every right to cry. THG is not optimistic for the Islanders this year, and I am not either. I'm with you, to THG. Um, I think the Islanders take a step back this year for sure. So final minute and a half of the feel like there's been the last like few minutes of this game has gone by really slow. There's been a lot of stoppages. We're down in the final minute and a half of the first period here. Still no score. Not a whole lot going on. Tight defensive game so far. As Nashville exits their zone. Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you the last time I cried in school was. Um, I don't even remotely remember. Yeah, a lot, Ben, a lot. Oh, all right, thick boy. See you later, man. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Seth cried when the head was too good. Okay. Heinen seems like a guy that would have an account on Pornhub. That's pretty funny, honestly. I could kind of see that too, for sure. No, Vaughn, absolutely not. I will not stream myself crying. So final 30 seconds here. Nashville in the offensive zone looking to get a scoring chance before the end of this period. Shot goes wide. Oh, right out in front, but no one home for the Predators. And with 10 seconds left, Minnesota's able to clear. Shot by Ryan Donato. There's a surprise. All he does is shoot the puck, and it's a glove save for Pecorine with 3 seconds left in this period. What? Someone almost threw milk at you but didn't throw it. That's very interesting to say the least. Why were they throwing milk at you? So that's the end of the first period. We've got no score. Um, yes, he just got kicked out of the chat for the second night in a row for being really, really annoying. Um, 0-0, end of the first period. No score yet in this game. Tight defensive action. Yeah, so that Robles guy, second night in a row, he's gotten timed out of the chat because I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, I'm gonna move the computer like I normally do for intermission. Let it cool off a bit. Um, and yeah, we've got 18 minutes to kill while this game's at intermission. I just got a Snapchat. Not from a girl, unfortunately. Um, all right, Gardner Minshew is an absolute legend. Um, I am all in on Minshew mania in the NFL. He's an absolute legend. Um, he's been mad annoying in the chat. Roblox guy. He was spamming last night, and then he just keeps saying random stuff over and over and over, and I don't know why. I don't know if he's like got something going on or if he's like not all there or what the deal is, but he's been warned multiple times and he just keeps doing it. And he's not doing anything like super bad, so I don't want to like ban him from the channel or something because it's not like he's coming in and causing problem. It's just getting mad annoying. So let's check some other action from around the NHL. Um, oh yeah, Gardner Minshew's mustache is 100% a porno mustache, but it's fantastic. So the Panthers and Lightning starting the third period. It's 2-1 Tampa Bay. Jets and Rangers tied at 3 during the second intermission. Sabres are beating the Penguins 3-1 at the end of the second period. Canadians are beating the Hurricanes 3-2 at the end of the second period. This game is tied 0-0 at the end of the first, and Boston is beating Dallas 2-0 midway through the first period. And later tonight, we have the Flames and Avalanche in a rematch of last year's first round matchup, and the Ducks and Coyotes in a Pacific Division matchup starting later. Yeah, Vaughn, that's what I'm thinking. He might be. I'm not sure. Yeah, THG, he probably will do it again, but hopefully not. So Brett Ritchie, fourth liner for Boston, new free agent acquisition over the summer, looks good so far for the Bruins. Vaughn picked the Sabres to win tonight. Wow, I did not, but good on you, Vaughn. That will be good for the hot take hockey prediction standings. Vaughn getting it looks like the Sabres are going to win. Although there still is a full period left, so obviously things can change. Hey, Eddie, what's going on, man? Thanks for watching. Really, really appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in. Please remember to hit that like button. You're obviously subscribed to the channel, but those thumbs up are really important for getting the video, getting more people in here, getting the video moved higher in YouTube's algorithm. So, um, yeah, all the likes and subscribers possible is greatly appreciated. Uh, I'm getting tired already. It's only the first intermission. This is why I like 7 o'clock games so much better than 8. The 7 o'clock games are over by 10 o'clock, and this one's going closer to 11. I mean, we'll see if I even make the full game. This might be a 2-period stream. I don't know. We'll see. Wait, what, Vaughn? He takes baby classes in high school and he needs an adult with him at lunch? Who are you talking about? Which who takes baby classes in high school? That would be interesting. Oh, the Roblox guy? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. But it's the second night in a row he's gotten kicked out of a chat. So that's not what you want. I don't know, Ben. I have no idea, to be completely honest with you. No idea. Maybe he does. Maybe he likes that the hidden sections on Pornhub. Maybe those are for him. Maybe he's into that two girls one cups type stuff. Oh, one I 100% would believe that for sure. Oh, come on, Eddie. Oh, I did not need to think about that. Oof. Definitely did not need to think about that. Yep, Vaughn, Bruins are up 2-0 on Dallas. Man, I don't know where you would even find it now, Danny. I haven't. I watched that once years ago, and obviously never wanted to again, and never have again. So I don't know where the original Two Girls One Cup video could even be found at this point. It's got to be somewhere. The internet doesn't lose anything. It's out there somewhere. I just don't know where. Um, and then yes, he likes BME Pain Olympics. There's another classic video that everyone either like at the end of middle school or in high school watched. Another brutal one to try and sit through. Ben threw up after Two Girls One Cup. I mean, yeah, that video definitely does make you sick, to say the least. Um, It's not a fun time. It's not something you enjoy watching. Have I heard Two Kids, One Sandbox? I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Um, I mean, back in the day, I watched like, I mean, all of those like viral, really bad videos that were like really gross and stuff, or had like one guy, one horse and stuff like that. I watched all of those. One guy, one jar. Um, all that kind of shit I watched back in the day, but not in a long time. And that those are things that you only watch once and you really don't want to see again. I mean, it's hard to rank those videos. THG, they're all pretty tough to watch. Um, do I watch Bob's Burgers? I've seen a few episodes of Bob's Burgers, but I don't watch it very often. No. Thick Boys never seen Two Girls One Cup. Wow. I feel like, that's kind of, I feel like there are definitely young, like middle and high school kids now who have never seen it, but like back when I was that age, that was like something that pretty much everyone saw. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Ben. I think I get where you're going with that, Ben, for sure. Think we're all set with talking about that for right now. Wow, Brett Ritchie's goal. They're showing the highlights now at intermission, and Ben Bishop's got to have that. That was not a good goal to give up for Bishop at all. And then let's see what Heinen's power play goal looked like. Another did not a great goal. I mean, at least with that one, he had Charlie Coyle had the screen in front, so it's a little more forgivable. But those were not two. Both goals for Boston were not great goals to give up if you're Ben Bishop. Yeah, you probably don't want to watch it, thick boy. Yep, Pain Olympics definitely hurts to watch. That's a brutal video for sure. Um, what is my favorite shootout move I have seen on TV? My favorite shootout move that I've seen is the no move that Kucherov has done a bunch of times, where he's like he fakes doing a deke but doesn't just lets the puck keep sliding. That it's so smooth, it looks so good. I love Kucherov's no move. Um, there are a lot of great shootout moves, but that one stands out to me as being really really awesome. Vaughn wants to watch Robot Chicken. Whose temper is worse, Dowdy or Rask? I don't know. They both run hot at certain times. I don't really know. I think it's hard to compare tempers like that. I don't really know which one I would say is worse or better than the other. Um, they both can get very ticked off very quickly. I feel like Dowdy gets angry more than Rask, though, overall. uh, okay, Ben, that's pretty funny. Who's a bigger diver, Sidney Crosby or Michael Phelps? Um, definitely think Phelps overall, but Crosby's had his moments to say the least. Um, Yeah, when Rask gets mad, he like absolutely goes off the rails angry. It's really, really funny to watch. Um, oh yeah, Peter Forsberg's toe drag move was really cool, and then other players have gotten really good at it too, like Datsuk. That's a really cool move as well. Um, but yeah, there are a lot of great shootout moves and breakaway moves throughout, that a lot of different players have done throughout hockey. Yeah, Tuca was pissed when that blade came out. I have no idea, Vaughn. That's not something I pay a lot of attention to. Yes, I very much remember that, Eddie. I was watching that game as it happened. Rask threw his when his skate blade came out and he gave up the goal, he threw the blade at the ref. Yeah, that was really funny. Well, I guess Vaughn Ben's got an answer to your question. I guess he knows more than me on the Korean girl front, I guess. Mm. I honestly, THG, I've probably seen it, yes, but I don't know exactly what you're referring to. No, as long as it's like a hockey related link, then no, that's fine. You can post it. It's not like you're spamming the chat with virus links and stuff. Oh, come on. Come on, intermission. I've had enough. Start the second period, please. Thick boy is not looking forward to the fall of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, it's coming. It is coming. THG's got the link to the goal if he can get it posted. What's going on with my sweatshirt here? All right. We are moving the computer back. We're here for the start of the second period. Um, yeah, the decline of the Penguins has definitely already has it's started. They're not the team that they were 3 years ago, to say the least. Um, they're still a good team. I think it's at some point they're gonna need a rebuild. I don't think they're there yet. They're not that bad yet, but the decline, the big time decline, is definitely coming. Oh, Thick Boy's got another coin flip tonight. Heads for Sens win the cup, tails for they don't. I am all in on tails on that one. The Ottawa Senators are certainly not going to be winning the Stanley Cup this year. As we are underway in the second period, finally here in Nashville. God, I am getting very tired very fast. Yeah, it's tails. The Senators are not winning the cup. I'm honestly leaning towards this only being a two-period stream, guys. I don't think I'm gonna finish this game out. Um, unless something really wild happens. But there's not a ton of people watching, so it's not like I'm gonna and lose out on a bunch of new subs or anything. So this might be a 2-period stream. Doing full games is very tiring, to be honest with you, especially early in the season when there's not a whole lot going on. Oh, what a save by Dubnyk! 2-on-1. 2-on-1 for Nashville, and Dubnyk comes sliding across and makes a giant cartwheeling save. Oh, what a glove save from Devin Dubnyk. That was fantastic. 2-on-1 for Nashville could have easily been 1-0, and Granlund gets absolutely robbed by Devin Dubnyk. Oh, Minnesota unable to get the puck out of their own end. Nashville keeps it in. They've got some good offensive pressure here as that shot goes wide. Minnesota trying to regroup. Forecheck continues for the Predators, and they keep the puck in once again. Looks like the Wild are finally going to dump it out, and it goes all the way down, and it is not icing as Rinne plays it in front of the net and behind the net. And 18 minutes left in the second, 2 minutes into the second period here. And Nashville is significantly outshooting Minnesota in this game, but neither team's been able to score yet. What? Thick boy, I don't even really understand your question. Do you have a fetish for skin tags? I don't know what you mean by that, thick boy. Okay, Ben tells me to just say no. So, like in middle school when you get offered drugs, I just say no. Remember the old DARE program where you just say no to drugs, kids? I will say no to Thick Boy's question there, as that puck goes up and out of play. Yep. Honestly, Ben, for sure. Yeah. Now it's all about the jewel pods and stuff. Now I think vaping is so stupid, but that's the in thing now. Another save there by Devin Dubnyk, and now Minnesota's able to exit the zone, and they go in offsides after a nice defensive play made by Ryan Ellis of the Nashville Predators. Oh, Danny, don't worry. I think we all did. We all disappointed the DARE Lion greatly. It's funny when you're in 6th grade and you're all like, "Oh yeah, drugs are bad. I'll never do drugs." And then you get through high school and college and you realize, woof. Yeah, that lion would not be proud of me now. Of course you did, Ben. People probably leave their empty jewel pot cartridges everywhere. Yeah, well, Vasilevsky is the goalie in Tampa now, and Bishop's been pretty good for the Stars. Very, very good last year, but not off to a great start tonight. against the Bruins, as Boston got 2 first-period goals on them. And another puck up and out of play. This game has been really, really slow. Not a lot of great action, not a lot of constant back and forth play. A lot of whistles, very choppy. This has been a slow game. Eddie says drugs are really excellent. That's his DARE program. That's fantastic. No, I am definitely not joining a sagging pants club. I can't stand people who sag their pants. And we've got a goal. We finally got a goal. Maybe Devin Dubnyk is complaining. So we might have a goalie interference challenge here because Devin Dubnyk is complaining, but they called it a goal on the ice. Right now, Nashville has taken a 1-0 lead. I don't know. That looks like a goal to me. I really don't know what Dubnyk is complaining about so much. But it looks to me like the Predators have taken a 1-0 lead. We'll see if there's a challenge or anything, or if they look at this. Dubnyk is not happy, and we're underway. So it's 1-0 Nashville now in the second period. There we go. Okay. So it's 1-0 Nashville. So we finally have a goal about 4 minutes into the second period. It's 1-0 Predators. First goal of the season for them. And we are, I mean, they've dominated the play in puck possession so far in this game. So not surprising to see them score first. We'll see if Minnesota has any sort of answer. Wow, Ben, that's interesting, but I mean, I don't know why he needed to pin you up against a wall to tell you that. He could have just been like, don't be a snitch, bro. Bennington schnoz looks like a balloon. Okay, yeah. Well, there's a lot of big noses in the NHL. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of sagging pants at all, Vaughn. Not at all. Wear your pants properly, people. So Minnesota now with the puck in the offensive zone, 5 minutes into the second period, down 1-0, looking for an answering goal. That shot goes wide from the point. Dumba keeps it in, and eventually Predators are able to clear. Oh, wow. Damn, Eddie. That's really funny. That is really funny, dude. Oh, great chance. Two huge saves there from Pekka Rinne, robbing the Minnesota Wild of a tying goal. And now it's the Predators marching down the ice, 3-on-3. Huge saves from Pekka Rinne there. That was by far Minnesota's best chance of the night so far. That great save at the first shot, and then an incredible save on the rebound. Robles man is back. Hey man, just try not to spam the chat. I don't want to keep kicking you out, but don't spam the chat with random stuff. Oh, nice hit there. Wow. Ryan Ellis absolutely destroyed whoever that was for the Minnesota Wild. Oh, it wasn't Ellis. It was Hamhuis. And then Sealer went back at him. So now Minnesota moving it up the ice. Another big hit in the Nashville zone, this time on Marcus Foligno. This game, I thought this game would be more physical than it has been, given the rosters for both teams. These are two of the more physical lineups in the NHL. I mean, you've got guys on both sides that are not afraid to throw the weight around or drop the gloves. And I thought this game would have a little more animosity in it, but it is the first game of the season, and I feel like the beginning of the year is usually pretty slow as far as the physicality is concerned, and that certainly seems like the case this season for sure. And easy shot there and save for Devin Dubnyk. Just under 12 and a half remaining in this second period. So we're going to commercial break here. I want to check some scores from around the league and see how we're doing. Um, so let's see. The Lightning are up 3-2 on the Panthers in the third period. The Jets and Rangers are tied 4-4 in the third period. Real high scoring game going on there. Sabres and Penguins are 3-1 Sabres still in the third period. Hurricanes and Canadiens are tied 3-3 in the third period. Preds are up on the Wild in this game, 1-0 in the second period. Flames and Avalanche are tied 0-0. That game just started. And Boston is up on Dallas 2-0 during the first intermission. So that's where we're at as far as scores from around the league so far. No, no. Carrie Underwood, Eddie did not sing the national anthem for Nashville. I actually don't know who it was who sang the anthem. I wasn't paying that close of attention, but it was not Carrie Underwood. No. Danny hates Nesson's new logo. I actually haven't seen it. I didn't know that they were getting a new logo, and I haven't seen it. So I guess I'm in for a surprise next time I see their social media page or something, or turn the channel on. Because I have not seen what it looks like yet. The lady that sings in Toronto sounds like two cats being stapled together. Oh God, that can't be good. That shot gets deflected wide for Nashville. Um, Nashville is significantly outshooting the Wild in this game, significantly. Honestly, Minnesota is very lucky that it's only 1-0. They could be down by a lot more at this point. Oh, long shot there from the Wild, and Pecorine makes the save rather easily in front of the net. Oh God, Danny. Oh, that is awful, Danny. Oof. That is a terrible logo. I don't know who they paid to design that, but that is awful. That is awful. Wow. I think Minnesota is going to lose, not because of the color green, but I do think Minnesota is going to lose this game because they are not the better team. Nashville is definitely the better team here. Yeah, the Canucks lost last night. That's unfortunate considering they were one of my locks of the week this week was that Vancouver would win that opening game in Edmonton. Did not happen, so that's unfortunate. I still have high hopes for the Canucks this year, but Yeah. Oof. Uh, tough opening night. Connor McJesus with the game-winning goal in the third period for Edmonton, and that's just unfortunate. Yes, Ben Thick Boy Ben Lovejoy did retire this offseason. He is no longer in the NHL. Um, and Minnesota going to the power play here. Craig Smith is in the box for Nashville. Goaltender interference call. So Minnesota's got a chance now to tie this game up on the power play. Let's see if they can get one here. Early clear right off the faceoff for Nashville. So Wild will have to regroup in their own zone. I do not think that the Oilers go to the playoffs this year. I think the Oilers will be pretty similar to what they were last year. I think it's going to be a rough year for them. So first 40 seconds of this power play is already gone. And Minnesota comes in offsides on the power play. What Vaughn asks, why am I friends with Sal? Because we've been friends since first grade. We went to school. We're in the same grade. We went to school together from kindergarten all the way through high school. He's been one of my best friends since first grade. So that's why I'm friends with him. It's just been, I guess, like, I don't know, like you don't just not be friends with him. Like he's been my friend forever, basically. As we reach the over the halfway point of this power play and the halfway point of this period, 10 minutes remaining, 45 seconds left on the power play for Minnesota. I don't even think have a shot on goal yet on this power play. Finally getting it set up now in the offensive zone. Not a good extra man advantage here for the Wild so far as we're down to the final 30 seconds now. Not the answering. Uh, Sorry, guys. I am very tired. So easy kill there for Nashville as they kill that off. Minnesota did not get anything going on that power play at all. Yes, Vaughn, that is the case. Unfortunately, you don't have to rub it in, dude. You don't have to rub it in. Yes, Vaughn, or not Vaughn. Yes, Thick Boy. Matt Cook was on the Penguins in 2013. Yes. Yeah, I know, Danny. I know that they're a money drain, but to be, it's still worth it for me, and like, it really sucks being stuck alone for a long time. I'd love to change that. I don't care about the money drain. I would love to change the single status for sure. Oh, another great chance there for Nashville. They just couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it. Finish off the play. Hey, Jack's back. Welcome back, man. Thanks for tuning in. Tuning back in. Really, really appreciate it. Another chance here for Nashville, and the shot gets blocked down in front. 7 minutes remaining now in the second period. Hey, there you go, Jack. Damn. Go for it, dude. Go for it. You might as well, I got the Hard Rock hat on. I don't have the shoot your shot hat on, but shoot your shot, dude. Go for it. It's worth it. You know, worst thing that can happen is she says no and you go find someone else. What you don't want to do is never go for it and then be left wondering what could have possibly happened. You don't want that. So go for it, man. Jack, Jack, that's something you got to feel the situation out. I think I don't know. I'm big on like getting to know the person first. You can't just like come out of absolutely nowhere and just be like all over it. Like you can't just like shoot out of the gate like that. Like I would like try and start like having small conversations with her. Try and start like talking to her a little bit. Um, try and like feel it out, see how it goes, and then if things, if she's like into it and things keep being good and getting better, then you start to up the ante a little bit more, and then eventually you go for it. But I think it's a feeling out process at first. Yeah, I'm very shy too, Vaughn. That was always my biggest problem. Was I was very, very shy. Still am. So it sucks. It really sucks. Yeah. Nashville is out shooting Minnesota 22-9, but they only have a 1 goal lead. As Minnesota now has the puck in the offensive zone, trying to establish some sort of possession here. They do not, and uh, the Predators dump it all the way back down. Yeah, it definitely sucks when you don't have class with the person. I mean, you could try to talk to her at lunch, maybe sit with the same group at lunch, maybe, or just say hi to her in the hallway and see like how she reacts to that. See if she says hi back and stuff. Um, but it's honestly a very much a feeling out process, and just kind of got to go with your gut on it. So Nashville maintains their 1-0 lead as we tick down to the final 5 minutes of the second period here. Um, Minnesota has not been able to really get anything going offensively. They only have 9 shots on goal in this game. Nashville's carried the play and dominated puck possession, but they have not, they've only scored the 1 goal with it. So, um, it's been a defensive game. It's been a tight game, and which I think you would expect between these two teams. And that plays offside. So we're going to go to commercial here with 4:43 left. Not very often, Jack. I had one girlfriend during high school and then one a couple summers ago, but that's it. Oh, definitely. Dances are a great, yes. If you have a school dance coming up, that is an A plus opportunity to talk to her, to get, talk to anyone really. School dances are an A plus opportunity. You'd be surprised at how many people or, which people are actually like willing to dance with you and stuff and like talk to you. If you've got a school dance coming up, that's always a great time to try and start something. Oh, Jesus. Thick boy coming in hot in the comments here. Jesus. I mean, that definitely made me laugh. That definitely made me laugh, but I was not expecting the comment to come out firing like that. Easy to blindfold. uh, but yeah, Jack, school dances are a great opportunity. Okay. Guys, I apologize for maybe my lack of energy in this stream. I am quite tired and too many men on the ice call against Nashville. I didn't know that there was going to be a penalty call before that commercial break, but it is a penalty call against Nashville. Too many men on the ice. So that means that Minnesota is going to have a power play here towards the end of the second period where they could potentially get the tying goal out of this. So Nashville with the 1-0 lead, 4:43 remaining in the second period. But Minnesota now is on the power play. Their last power play looked absolutely horrible. They got nothing going. We'll see if this one's any better. That shot from the point goes high. But puck possession in the offensive zone for Minnesota. That shot doesn't get all the way through and gets blocked to the corner. And the Wild turn it over and Nashville dump it out to the neutral zone. They do not get it all the way down, however. First 30 seconds killed for the Predators. 4 minutes now remaining in the second period. And we got a tie game. On the power play, Minnesota ties it up. Wow. Minnie ties it up on the power play. And Nashville has been dominant in this game, puck possession wise and shots on goal wise. But that puck gets deflected. I think it actually gets deflected twice on its way to the net and beats Pekka Rinne high blocker side. Really nothing he could do with that. I don't know if that hit Zucker or not. Maybe not. It definitely hits the Nashville penalty killer's stick out at the top of the circle, which changes its direction a lot. And I'm not sure if it hits Jason Zucker's arm or not as it goes towards the goal, but it ended up in the back of the net, and we've got ourselves a tie game here. And now Minnesota with some life, and they get another quick chance as Rinne has to turn that aside. And after, the first 2 periods of this game has largely been dominated by Nashville. They were only able to get 1 goal out of it. And just like that, Minnesota has tied it up, and we've got ourselves a tie hockey game here with just under 3.5 minutes now left in the second period. So the Sabres beat Pittsburgh tonight. Wow. I'm a little surprised by that, but wow. So Buffalo off to a good start. Pittsburgh, not the start they wanted. I'm pretty sure Pittsburgh was home tonight as well. So not the start on home ice that you would want. But again, it's only one game. It's only the first game of the season. We've got a long, long way to go. First games really don't mean a whole lot. If you remember back to last year, Boston lost to Washington 7-0 on opening night. And Minnesota just scored again. So just like that, in the matter of about a minute and a half, Minnesota has now taken a 2-1 lead over Nashville. Wow. But yeah, opening games really don't mean a whole lot. Boston lost 7-0 in the opener last year, went on to go to the Stanley Cup final. So I don't think losing one game or winning one game is necessarily a huge deal for either team at the beginning of the year. But, you want to get off to a good start on the season. So Matt Dumba rips that one home, again, high on Pekka Rinne. And just like that, Nashville is losing, even though they've dominated this game. Nashville is probably pretty shell-shocked at this point that everything changed so quickly. But they bring it into the offensive zone now. Top line on the ice for the Predators. And Minnesota clears the zone and gets it out. Final 2 minutes now of the first period. Minnesota in hard on the forecheck. And Zuccarello sends it out in front to Spurgeon, and the shot goes just wide for Jared Spurgeon. Very, very close to being 3-1 there. And now Nashville. Grimaldi brings it into the offensive zone, loses the puck, now is fighting to get it back. And the defenseman chucks it all the way back down, and they establish the forecheck again. Minnesota, though, does get it out. Now we've got a 2-on-1 for Minnesota coming back the other way. They do not connect on the pass, however, and Nashville sends it behind their net. Minnesota maintains possession, though. Gets the puck to the front of the net, where eventually the Predators take it away and move it up the ice. That puck gets sent all the way down by Minnesota, which is going to be icing with exactly 1 minute and 1 second remaining in this game, in this period. I keep thinking it's the end of the game because I'm going to be ending the stream, but it's only the second period. So we'll see now after this icing if the Predators can get a chance here and maybe tie this game up headed into the third. If not, Minnesota might be taking a lead into the third period, even though Nashville has largely been the better team. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Jason Zucker looks like he's in some serious pain heading to the bench, not putting any weight on his right foot. That would be a massive loss for the Minnesota Wild, who don't have a whole lot of offense to begin with. To lose one of their best goal scorers in Zucker this early in the season would be a huge problem for them. Now, 15 seconds left. Nashville brings it into the offensive zone. Get in on the forecheck. Oh, blocked in front by the defenseman. Nashville trying to get one last shot chance here, and they do not. And that's the end of the second period. So it's 2-1 Minnesota. 2-1 Minnesota at the end of the second. And I am tired, guys. And there's, it's not like this has been a huge stream. There's only a few people watching. So I'm gonna cut it here and go to bed. Thank you guys very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Obviously, a lot of the regulars in the chat tonight. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I thank you guys for watching. Those of you that did. Not sure when the next stream is gonna be. Hopefully, hopefully sometime next week. I'm thinking obviously about the Devils Flyers game on Wednesday night, but nothing official yet. I'll let you know in a video when it's going to be at some point before the actual day of the stream. But until then, I'll talk to you guys soon. Obviously, have recorded content coming out as well. So I'll definitely be able to, still be putting stuff out between now and the next stream. But that's pretty much it. So thank you guys. Remember to hit that like button if you haven't already. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, although I'm pretty sure most, if not all of you are already, who I've seen here tonight. And that's going to do it. So we've got a 2-1 Minnesota lead headed into the third period, and we'll end up seeing who wins this. But good night, guys, and talk to you soon.